Hi, I'm meteorologist Rich Merritt, and happy Friday. We've made it to Friday, and it may seem like the season has changed if you're in the Pacific Northwest, especially up around Seattle. As we saw rain move in yesterday, we got almost a quarter of an inch of rain out of the airport before midnight last night, which is more than we've received all the way since the 1st of July, as we're getting a really unusually strong storm pushing into western Washington here in the middle part of August. You can see the warm front that gave us the rain last night has disappeared off into eastern Washington. A little bit of a pause right now, but the cold front approaching the coast, that is going to be pushing in there, and that is going to be bringing potentially some heavy rain and gusty winds to the Puget Sound as we head towards later this afternoon and this evening as that system kind of moves through there. And because of that, we've made it a first alert weather day today. That's going to continue through 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. The front should move through about midnight, 1 o'clock, and once it moves on out of Puget Sound, things should quiet down very quickly. But largely, it's unseasonably wet and blustery. If we had this storm towards the end of September, we wouldn't pay quite as much attention to it. But this is just a heads up that you're going to see more rain and wind out of this than you normally would. And those things that you've had out all summer that you didn't worry about when you had a little bit of drizzle or whatever, you might want to just put away for a couple of days till things dry out once again. We're also looking at rising rivers, not looking for any flooding with that, but a lot more water is going to pour into those rivers. A lot of people like to float them this time of the year, and those waters might be a little bit more dangerous than they would be usually. So definitely be careful if you're going to be on or near any of those rivers over the course of the next couple of days. Pretty much this applies to all of western Washington today. Checking the view there from our Bellingham Tower Cam mid-morning, just looking dark and threatening. Occasional showers showing up right now, and not looking nearly as wet as it will a little bit later on. Looking fairly wet out at the airport, and they will continue to pick up pretty good rainfall. They could pick another half to maybe 3/4 of an inch before we're done with this system. And there in Tacoma, seeing some occasional drizzle this morning. Overall, our first alert 7-day forecast shows this is just temporary. We're going to start to dry out tomorrow. Should get back into summer weather, and I should add comfortably summer weather. It's not going to be any 90s like we saw earlier this week, but looks like mostly 70s as we head into next week overall. Take a look at the satellite image this morning. A really nicely formed front for this time of the year. Again, this is something we expect to see towards the end of September. That is going to be pushing in as we head towards this afternoon, bringing us that fairly heavy rain as we head into the afternoon commute. And also, the Seahawks game against the Chiefs tonight at 7 o'clock at Lumen Field is going to be a wet game for sure, so take your rain gear with you to the ballpark tonight. Take a look at our rainfall totals from our computer models. You can see as we move through the day today, a few tenths of an inch over the interior, not all that much, a little bit more out towards the coast. But once we get into the afternoon hours and the evening hours, see it really mounts up very quickly. It's going to turn pretty wet during that period of time, and then as we head beyond that, things should start to dry out just a little bit as we head towards early tomorrow morning, and then just off and on showers for Saturday. In terms of wind gusts, you can see where they're going to be roughly in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range most spots, and then they die off pretty quickly once we get that front through during the early morning hours, and shouldn't be much of a problem by the time we get past that. And you can see fairly light winds as we head on towards the evening on Saturday. Checking those weekend forecasts, if you're headed up to the coast, you're going to be looking for a rainy day today, it looks like. As we head into Saturday, off and on showers and some sun breaks. Sunday, there might still be a stray shower, but mostly it's just going to be a cloudy day out there. Temperatures will be mostly in the upper 60s as we head into the bulk of the weekend. If you're headed around Puget Sound, of course, today it's going to be some heavy rain at times and also pretty breezy in spots, and high temperatures dropping all the way back to the upper 60s. We're going to be looking for decreasing showers on Saturday, and then Sunday overall partly sunny. There might be a couple of showers left over, but I think for most places it's going to be dry. So if you have outdoor plans on Sunday around Puget Sound, I think you're going to be in good shape. And if you happen to be heading up to the Cascades, first of all, the snow level around 12,000 feet, so you're not really going to be worrying about that for most hiking trails. But a rainy day today, quite a few showers tomorrow, but Sunday might not be a bad day to do a little bit of hiking with the temperatures getting into the mid-60s and just a couple showers around the area. You see those temperatures really dropping off today from where we have been in the upper 60s to right near 70 degrees. And as we head on through tomorrow, we'll start to warm up again, decreasing showers and clearing temperatures into the mid-70s. Just a couple of showers around on Sunday, otherwise partly sunny, and then partly to mostly sunny for next week, and those high temperatures looking pretty nice, mostly in the mid to upper 70s.